this visual was so important to me getting this installation correct. So I just finished installing this Dometic RV furnace on my RV, obviously my Coachman Concord, and everything works. Obviously, by the time I got it done, it's already sunny here, but we're getting ready to take a road trip. And we're in Arizona, we're going all the way to Virginia. And along the way, there's going to definitely be some colder states. So I just want to have a troubleshooting guide. It was, when it came, it didn't even have instructions. It didn't have a quick start guide. So I kind of winged it, but I also used the OffGrid AI toolkit. It generated me a nice visual. It generated me what tools I had to have. It gave me essentially what I kind of wish the company would have, but right now I'm going to use it again. And since we're going on a road trip, I'm going to use it to, I have that piece to take with me, but I want to generate a troubleshooting guide, because it might just be something simple and it'll be easy to fix as long as I got a guide and I got some check boxes to go by, check here first, check there second. So let's see how it turns out. So here I am. I have the OffGrid Command Center open. There'll be other videos about this, but if you want to visit offgridai.toolkit.com, you can learn more about it. But here's what we're going to do. Like I said, I want to create a troubleshooting guide. I already wrote the prompt. It's right here. So I am going to just copy this. Essentially, the program is very smart. You don't have to write a really specific prompt, but I do want to make sure that I had the details in there that I wanted. It's a Dometic. I should even put my Coachman Concord RV. Let me just do that really quick. So whenever the better details you give, the more specific answer you're going to get, the more useful answer you're going to get. Coachman Concord. And I'm just going to hit send. So as this is going, I'll explain a little bit more. So right now, this is the command console, right? It's an extension of the OffGrid AI toolkit. So essentially what we're doing right now is I've asked 4 of the top AI models the same question, and they are all reviewing it, giving their answers, and then they're going to vote on all the answers anonymously, and they're going to pick a chairman, and then you're going to get the ultimate answer. So instead of just relying on ChatGPT is awesome, but instead of just relying on one, we have a lot of smart AI out there today. And so why not take advantage of it? So that's what this system does. And so now they're all answering and putting together. Now, the next thing I want to point out is once I get this done, the ultimate goal is to save this to the flash drive, the offgridai.toolkit.com. As a matter of fact, I'll bring that up really quick. So this is that. So this right here runs without the internet. What I'm using over there, I do have the internet. I have Starlink hooked up right now, so I have some Wi-Fi. But I know along the way there's going to be dead spots. I also know there might be some places where there's going to be coverage and the Starlink doesn't work. And so I just want to be prepared because there would be nothing worse than having a troubleshooting guide that you took the time to make and then you can't access it because now you have no Wi-Fi and you didn't save it as a hard copy. You didn't print it. You didn't save it to your computer, your flash drive. So I don't even want to be in that. So I'm just going to make sure that I do that. As a matter of fact, I have the actual RV installation guide that I did right here in this folder. And I did this the same way. I went to the OffGrid AI Toolkit Command Center. It printed up this exact perfect installation guide. And then down here, I had it create a visual. And so here's the visual. This visual was so important to me getting this installation correct and the wiring. And what was frustrating is the actual company that I ordered it from never sent a quick start guide. There wasn't any schematic, there wasn't anything. And what really sucked, and I won't even get into this, is the propane outlet wasn't even the same where it wasn't even the same location as the original. I was told this was a direct replacement, right? That was not true. You find that a lot with RVs, by the way. I'm new to RVs, I'm getting into it, but I find that a lot. They'll tell you this is a direct replacement, but then they won't tell you you're gonna have to redo your whole propane tubing to get it to fit right. So this was super helpful, was able to overcome that challenge. Now let's go back here. Um, This is that time. Okay, here we go. So now we have, this isn't just a generic answer. And what I like about this is in my prompt, I said I want a quick reference guide. So this is laid out, not a bunch of thick paragraphs and stuff I got to read, just some bullet points for me, right? And this is on black, but I'm going to put it on paper mode. So you can switch it right here to paper. There we go. There we go. To me, that's easier to read. And not just that, it just looks more like a print copy. So now I can go, it's tell me what normal looks like, tools to carry. This is important, right? I was jumping around in the beginning when I did the installation until I printed that graphic. I was like, oh, I got to get this. You know how it goes. I don't know if you've done projects before. I'm trying to get better at it by using tools like this, but you're making 5 or 6 trips to Home Depot or Lowe's when that time could have been spent finishing the project. So nothing more frustrating than that. So here we go. So we have a great answer. Now, the next step to this, though, is I like to have a visual. Like the visual I showed earlier, that was huge for me to get this installation. I was able to see the RV, I was able to see the components, and I was able to see the diagram. And it was just easier for me than trying to read it and then visualize it from here to there. So, not that this isn't useful, but let's go down here. There's a button right here that says visual. I'm going to click that. So what that does is there's AI. We're using AI to the fullest, you guys. We have AI in the background that just created the perfect prompt for the image studio, right? It's detailed. I know we're going to get something correct. I'm not going to have to question this. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit generate image. So right now, that is being created, this diagram or image. And while that's being done, I can jump back over here to the offline toolkit. And some of these have been done with that system. So when I click right here, one is the shadow stick method, right? This is a good example. Explain how to find north using a stick in the sun shadow. You can read this, and all of this is correct. And if you sit there and think about each sentence and each move, you're going to be able to pull it off. But if you have that, and then now you have this, oh, well, wait a second. Now I only need to read that briefly, and then I can pull out my die, and now I got it, you know? And so that's kind of the same with a lot of these. Here's one, what are 5 ways to start a fire? And it shows you how to make the stick. So all of this was created right here with the OffGrid AI ToolKit Command Center. Okay, there we go. So I have my troubleshooting guide right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download this to the computer. I don't want to lose it. Now I'm going to send it to chat. Now I can share this as well. I can email myself. I could take this to social media if it was something, you know, hashtag worthy, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to send it to chat. So now what I have is I have the full picture. I have the quick field guide, not a bunch of paragraphs, right? Just bullet points, good titles. I can find exactly what I need. And then down here, I have the corresponding diagram where I can, you know, look at and make sure that everything's right. Look at this. It's got all the correct wiring schematics. It's got how to use the thermostat and the ventilation. It's got fast baseline checks, you know. So it did cram a lot of information on this graphic. So it's a little tight, but it doesn't matter to me. This is for me, you know, so I don't mind if it's a little bit tight. I want to use it. Okay, so right here, there's a button called Save the Knowledge Base, and that's over here too. So what is that? Well, there's a couple things. So I'm going to hit this button. It's the same thing, right? I'm going to save this to my computer first, print or save PDF, and then there we go. Okay. Now I can just print this to the printer. I don't have a printer out here, and I'm actually probably just going to cancel this so we can get back to over here. But if it's going to let me cancel this, okay, here we are. We're back. So that was an option. But what I'm trying to do is it's already got a title. I'm actually just going to say Control A, RV, furnace, trouble, shooting guide, make it easy to find. Oh, that didn't even type, did it? Okay, I'm just going to keep that title right now. Okay, so let's go right here. There, and I actually already created a folder for this. It's right here. This is the knowledge base on the drive, right? RV Adventures is what I called it. This is where I have the other installation in there. I'm going to select that folder. And there we go. Now remember, we're at the command center, but I want to make sure that I'm prepared. So I have it on my computer. I want to make sure I'm prepared though. I'm going to clear this chat when we're on the road. And for some reason, I possibly don't have Wi-Fi. Okay, so I go to RV Adventures. Remember, this is right where I just shared it. And here we go. There it is. And so this you can get at any time. So now I have all the information that I need. And I scroll down and now I have my image, my visual. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So if you guys want to learn more, or if you're into RVs, this could be useful for if you are an RV adventurer, if you are a van lifer, if you do any off-grid stuff, or if you just want to have a corresponding diagram or infographic or visual for any of your projects, whether it's electrical, whether it's mechanical, whatever it is, this is a great program for that. OffGridAIToolKit.com. Or you could just go online and visit and just Google OffGrid AI Toolkit. But if you go to OffGridAIToolKit.com, you'll be able to learn more and get one for yourself. All right. I got a few more to do. Thank you.